All right, everybody, let's come back together and talk about these questions real quick. All right, everybody. So let's talk about these answers real quick. What are some good qualifications that make Beyonce a good performer? Just shout some out. Go ahead.
She can sing and dance well.
Right. Anybody else? I liked your answer, Brandon. What else did you say?
Well, I said that she has a lot of experience in this. Like she's performed at the Super Bowl halftime show before. She's done the national anthem at the Super Bowl, does concerts worldwide.
Right. Okay. So why would Bill Nye and Colonel Sanders not be good candidates to be performers? Why not? Just shout some stuff out.
Very core competency, they're different than like ours.
Good job. Anybody else? Well, I don't know if they can sing or not. Can they dance? I don't know.
So I want to add, I heard a lovely thing over here. So it depends on what we're talking about, what kind of performance, right? If maybe we're talking about a comedy show where none of them are kind of quite the right fit, who do you think would win? Bill Nye. So he's done a lot more comedy stuff, although most of the time it's science-centered. Also, I don't know if any of you know this, Bill Nye was on Dancing with the Stars. He can dance. Maybe he'll lose the singing contest. I don't know. It was amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Good job. All right, so just one more question. What kind of positions, and Prim and some of the people he spoke with kind of hit on this, but what are some things that Colonel Sanders would be good at, and what are some things that Bill Nye would be good at?
Making chicken.
Making chicken. There you go. What else? Entrepreneurship. Good answer. That's good. All right, so what was the point of the activity, right? Basically, when you're getting recommendations, people are going to recommend you for different reasons. This is just a small list of qualities that you will be recommended for. And it will vary from position to position, from major to major. That was the point, to let you guys know that. What's your name? Yeah. Jordan?
Yes.
Jordan is not going to be recommended for the same things that Brendan is. They're two different people. They have two different skill sets. So their recommendation letters are going to be completely different. They're not going to be recommended on all the same qualities. So here are just some of the top qualities that you could be evaluated on. Let's see. Motivation. Example of that, if you sit in class and you're on your phone or you're sleeping or not pay attention to your professor, do you think he's going to recommend you as being a very motivated individual? No. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're going to ask a professor to recommend you, stay motivated in his class, pay attention, ask questions, be active in his space. Leadership. What's y'all's definition of leadership? Anybody want to share a quick definition? Yeah.
Being able to manage a group of people efficiently.
Being able to manage a group of people efficiently. Good answer. What else? Any more? I think- I'm sorry?
Taking initiative.
Taking initiative. Good answer. Yeah, so there's different definitions of leadership. One thing to keep in mind is that leadership is not confined to a title. So you don't have to have an Igor position. You don't have to, be called a president or a chair of anything to be a leader. That's something to keep in mind. Showing initiative is a great way to identify yourself as a leader. So yeah, just a list of qualities to think about that you will be recommended for and things that people will look at you for when they're writing recommendation letters for you.
Right. So this slide is particularly special to me because I've not done this and it's been really awkward. So what is a recommendation folder? Basically, it's just information for whoever you asked for a recommendation to just get to know you a little bit more and to give them the resources they need to write a really strong letter. So things to include are your resume and a cover letter. So it gives them a very detailed representation of what you've done and what you're good at, as well as what your motivations are. They also need to know what you're applying for, right? We talked about in our resume launch how you tailor your resume to whatever position you're applying for. So the recommender needs to tailor their recommendation letter to whoever's going to be reading it. You also want to write a letter to the recommender. This one struck me particularly. You want to write a letter to the recommender outlining what you would like for them to cover. So late in your college career, you generally know what you're good at and what you're not good at, and especially if you you know what you're applying for, you know what they want, and you know what qualities you have that they want. So you want the recommender to really stress those, and you can talk to them, about those qualifications in this letter. If your letters can be sent by mail, you want pre-addressed envelopes and stamps, so it's really easy for them to just throw the letter into the envelope and send it on their way. You also want to thank them, just drop a thank you letter in that folder. And finally, if you're going to be applying to say med school or law school, you want to include your personal statement, just so that they can include their, the recommender can include what you want in, out of law school or med school in the recommendation letter. So what is waiving your rights? Some of you may have had to do this for undergraduate applications, but basically it means that you won't read the letter. You do have the right to read a recommendation letter when you ask for it and before it's sent out, but you want to waive your rights. And it's really helpful to do this because it means that your mentor or whoever is writing your recommendation can write it truthfully, and they won't be worried about like hurting your feelings or anything. So they can be honest about your strengths as well as your weaknesses and what you can work on. And on the for people who are going to be reading that letter, who are going to be receiving the application, they know that you haven't, say, tampered with it or haven't really like told the recommender what to write about you. So.
I want to watch a quick video here. I hear some words recommended.
Agency needs letters of recommendation, and we were wondering if you would write one for us. Of course, I'd be honored. Thank you.
I think there's been an oversight. Sure, we would have asked you, we just thought you wouldn't be interested.
Yeah, it's just that we don't think of you as really being so much with the words.
Wait, oh, hey.
Clearly, we were wrong.
Look, I got a lot of nice stuff to say about you guys, okay? And I know how much you want to have a baby, and I would love to help you get one.
You know what? Then Joey, we want you to do it.
Thank you. All right, let me see how I'm going to start. Dear baby adoption decider people. So excited about your letter. What you working on?
So, the reason I wanted to show you guys this is because not everyone could be a great letter writer. And that's why, as people who want to make sure we're selling ourselves the best, we should be a little picky about who we choose to be our letter writers. And to do this, we need to have kind of a plentiful amount of people that we could maybe ask. So start building those relationships, start cultivating those relationships, and have a resource of people, a good number of people that you can maybe ask and call to. For example, when I was applying for summer positions for the summer, I had to get 2 letter writers. And I had 3 solid options, and I ended up picking between one new teacher that I had last semester, who I really loved. We went to office hours, we talked a lot, really enjoyed him, but he just got out of grad school. He's never written a letter of recommendation before. And then I had the other option was a professor I had, don't know her quite as much, but I had her class, she knows me, she knows how I'm doing in my degree plan, but she's been a part of the math department, the math major, for 40 years and has been writing letters of recommendations to math honor students for 40 years, right? So it's a clear winner of why I chose the latter professor, because she has much more experience and can say things concisely and effectively. So now I want you all to take a moment, think about 3 people who you might want to ask about getting a letter of recommendation from. And we're not going to share this, so feel free to actually think about who you actually want to ask. Go ahead. And write it down on the sheet of paper so you have something to take away with you. Not bad.
All right, everyone. So hopefully you guys have a good start to your list of people that you can ask for recommendations. So at this point, it's up to you guys to take the information that you learned today in this presentation and implement it into your lives and build those relationships so you can ask these people for recommendation letters when the time comes. So don't forget about the surveys that we handed you guys at the beginning. Make sure you fill those out. I have a couple more housekeeping things to mention to you guys, and then we'll let you go. So first and foremost, raise your hand if you've been to 6 launches this semester. 6? Cool. You all are invited to the launch celebration. It will be held on April 12th from 6:30 to 7:30 in Witherspoon 356. I'll say it again. April 12th from 6:30 to 7:30 in Witherspoon room 356. It's a good deal. Come out, you get food, you get a t-shirt, and you get your launch certificate. So make sure you come out to that. And then the last thing I want to mention to you guys is if you liked what you saw today, you enjoyed the presentation, keep in mind that the CA application is closed for this semester, but you will have the opportunity to apply next semester. It's a really fun experience. The advisors are great people. They help you learn a lot, and you just experience so much growth as a career ambassador. So, like I said, if you liked what you saw today, keep in mind that you have the opportunity to do this as well. So at this point, does anybody have any more questions they wanted to ask? Yeah.
President, how do you display leadership in like entry level jobs?
I'm sorry?
How do you display leadership when it's just like a beginner's entry?
Like display leadership?
Yeah, display leadership.
So yeah, leadership can be displayed in many ways. If you are involved in clubs on campus, if you're a mentor, the young man over here mentioned taking initiative. That's leadership. Leadership can be described in so many different ways. It's not limited to, like I said, a title or a position within an organization. It can be displayed in many ways. So.
And these skills that you develop in leadership can come from your courses. So if you're doing a group project in any of your courses, that's something you can speak on. Say, oh, okay, well, I led my team to doing our project well, and we got an A. It worked out really well. Yeah, so it's not limited to just your work experience if you don't have much.
Any more questions?
Well, come visit us at the Career Development Center. We're in 2100 Coleman Hall. If you have any more questions, come visit come during walk-in hours between 11 and 2 p.m. Every Monday through Friday. And also register for a appointment with your career counselor on eCap. If you have any other questions, we have mock interviews, resume critiques, all that good stuff. Thank you for coming. Stick around for a little bit if you have personal questions. Oh yeah.
Do you need some help?
Yeah,
you're welcome. So I'm almost positive that this April 12th day is the exact day that is the induction for another society that I'm in. So I hope this isn't recording me.